Howdy y'all, welcome back to Crafting Catastrophes. Today I have a keychain project that I'm going to be working on. I already have a little bit of a stencil here. It's a soccer ball. So this is going to be a double-sided keychain. On one side it's going to have my little sister's initials, which happen to be the same as mine. And then on the other side is going to be the soccer ball. So I'll take you step by step through this. First, I'm going to cut this out of this scrap piece of leather. I'm also going to be dyeing this a rose color. So we'll cut this out. So next step, I'm going to be marking it with about 1/4 inch around the edges so it'll have like a nice neat border. The stitch line will be 1/8 of an inch, so I'll also go in with that line as well. So I'm going to be marking 1/8 of an inch for that stitch line. Alright, so we got our border marked and our stitch line marked. So step 3 will be to use our swivel knife. But first I'm going to strop it, and I'll take you to a different angle for that. So to strop our knife, or any blade that you use, we use a bit of this Jeweler's Rouge. So we've stropped our swivel knife. Now on to step 3. Next, I'm going to be transferring. So what will this be? This is step 4. It's about good. I have a stylus this time. So now we've got our image transferred. I'm going to do the same thing I did for step 3. Around the border, I'm going to be cutting around the edge. So we'll start with the edge first, and then we're going to stamp the outer border of the soccer ball. I might go with a textured beveler for the inside portions. We're going to get on with it. We're going to get to that side of the table for some stamping. So I finally got a granite slab, even though it's a small one, but it's a 6x6, so it's about the same size as what I was using before to stamp on. So we got our peace sign, our Texas made stamp, smooth bevel, and a textured. We're going to start with that smooth around the outside. Yeah, we're going to do that outer edge first. Well, we have an issue. I noticed that I did not put painter's tape, which is a pretty necessary step. I noticed it kind of curving and bowing. I also had some parts where it would skip as it was kind of stretching. Tape will help prevent the stretch. Next step will be dyeing this. This will be a test. That's a saddle tan, and then this is that rose. I don't mind it. Yeah, no, I mind it. I don't like that. I should have got a chisel tip marker for it next time. I was almost out anyway, so this works. If you're wondering how I ran out of rose and you haven't seen it on the channel, I didn't post a video of it, but I made some moccasins for my younger sister. And in making those moccasins, I almost used all of the rose. We'll oil it, and only the border and the soccer ball will be pink. Excuse me, rose. And I'm going to go in for a second layer to kind of get rid of all the streakiness. Okay, so the next step will be to buff it. Typically you'd use a canvas, the finest canvas, like in terms of thread count. Shop towels will work. This is the excess pigment removal step. Next step, I am going to oil it. So we'll let that oil soak in for a bit. So for the first coat of Pro Resist, I love using a paintbrush. I will probably be applying 2 coats of this Pro Resist. You don't want to wipe all of it off, just the excess. Whatever darkness is right there is from the stamps, because whatever company this is likes to oil their stuff. It smells like the inside of a car engine. And I should have thought of that before I stamped it. But antique will go in there, so that's okay. We got antiquing, and I'll be using this paste, black antique finish. After that, I'm going to punch the holes for stitching, and then I'm going to stitch it up. These shop towels come in handy. I will be using the same one to add a little bit more Pro Resist to clean up that antique, that excess antique. It's also going to give it another layer of Pro Resist, so that'll clean it up pretty good. And then we'll go in with a fresh one with some more Pro Resist. And this will be the last layer of Pro Resist. I can see where I messed up on the wing dividers a little bit, but it's not as in your face as I thought it would be. I like that. You can see the peace sign pretty good. So that's our last layer of Pro Resist, and we're going to let that dry before I punch those holes. Oh, I forgot there's more than just that. Before punching, I got to glue this together with some contact cement. So I went ahead and glued it. I did that off camera. But any excess glue, this will get that. So that's pretty much it for that step. And now we're going to punch some holes in here. And that gets pretty loud. And so I don't bust my eardrums while editing, I'm going to do it in a time lapse. Okay, so that's pretty much our final product right there. This was a nice project to work on, and my little sister, I'm sure she'll enjoy it. I went to go support her today, and I saw that she was like the only one wearing pink cleats. And I was like, I think I have an idea. I have some rose dye, some leftover rose dye. I thought it would be nice to give her a little keepsake for the sport that she's in. So I just need to finish it by burnishing the edges and stitching it. I'm probably going to go with a black thread. I will post an update with the final product in a short. I'll probably link this video in that short, but that's this video. Thank you for watching. It means a lot, and I love making stuff for other people, especially family and friends. Something like this, hopefully it will last a lifetime. Hope you all come back for more. Next week I will be doing the second part of that toolbox that I've been working on. So that'll be part 2 out of a 3-part series. Yeah, that'll be next Tuesday. Thank you for joining this Tuesday. Thank you for supporting the arts. Yeah, if you like this video, like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below with what you thought of this. If you have any ideas for future videos, feel free to drop them in the comments, and I'd love to get to it. Y'all have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Is how many times you do it on the other. I lost count there, so it's going to be a rough estimate. Oh. Goodness. And that's essentially permanent. Oh, goodness. Even though it's free, I'd like it to be nice. Again, I'm moving too quickly here. I'm gonna slow down a bit. Might be more camera footage, but I'd rather take my time. I will apologize to my little sister for kind of speeding through this if she asks about those marks. Again, another one. Again. How many times has that happened? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lucky number 7. Let's not go over that. That's 8 right there. 9. 9 mess ups on just the wing dividers. It's wet. I'll get some new tape. Yep, I missed a line. I already lost count here. I don't know what step this is. I'll figure it out when editing. About the same size if I could get this glove on. We'll be dyeing the leather.